This is Mike with AskTractorMike.com, and I'm at the Ozark Steam Engine Association annual, what's the exact name of this, Sean?
Steamorama.
Steamorama, and it's also a place there's a lot of gas tractors. I'm speaking with Sean, who's kind of an old buddy of mine, and on my channel, I knocked gas tractors a couple of years back. I was talking about what to buy in a tractor, and I highly recommended nobody buy a gas tractor, and come to find out there's people that like gas tractors, and pretty soon I have gangs of marauding gas tractor enthusiasts, vigilante style, out around my house, throwing spark plugs at my dog. And so I wanted to make amends on my channel and say there's a lot of people gas tractors are awesome for. And Sean happens to be a real avid gas tractor enthusiast. How many gas tractors do you own?
I think 18.
Okay, so you kind of like gas tractors.
I do like gas tractors.
And I'm talking to him today to kind of give, I got yelled at for fake news and everything, knocking gas tractors. So I'm kind of letting the other side have their day today. Why should my audience consider a gas tractor when they're buying a tractor?
Well, they should consider a gas tractor if they intend on doing any work on the tractor themselves. It's just so much easier to work on a gas tractor. The principles are basic. It's pretty much like a big lawnmower engine. Carburetors are easy to fix, usually. If you've got spark and you've got fuel, then your tractor ought to run. And diesels, it takes a lot to be able to work on a diesel tractor. And then there's some dangers with diesel too. You just can't crack an injector anymore like you used to, because they're under some serious pressure, and you could cut yourself very bad or cut a finger off dang near, I'd say.
I think you could.
Yeah.
So you have a collection of gas tractors.
I do.
And you've got the green tractors, but they're not the green everybody's used to.
No, they're the right green. These are Oliver tractors.
And why do you love Oliver tractors so much? And I want to start kind of a series here, asking people what their favorite tractor is, what the best tractor ever built was, to get different opinions. And we all have different opinions about stuff like this. And your favorite tractor is an Oliver tractor. Tell us about the history of Oliver and a little bit about the company and about the tractor you love.
Well, actually, Oliver made the first tractor. It was a Hart-Parr tractor, which was associated with Oliver way back in the day. And the Smithsonian has the first tractor, gas tractor, traction engine is what they called it, and it's a Hart-Parr tractor, which became Oliver. Oliver they just always seem to be ahead of everybody else with all the features on their tractors. They're always, and you can see the 70 is actually my favorite tractor. They're just a sleek tractor. They're 6 cylinders. They're smooth running. They don't pop and bang like those other green brand that, we won't mention those, but everybody knows what they are. And, they had a cultivator lift on them. They had several speeds to choose from in their transmission. They came with belt pulleys. They had full gauge cluster, electric start, lights. So Oliver, when they came out of the gate with the row crop series back in '38, Streamline series was just miles ahead of everybody else.
And the first tractor I ever drove was actually an Oliver 70, so I've got a little experience with that, and we had one, and Dad loved it because the previous tractor was actually a team of mules, and boy, it was good to get away from that, I guess. But the thing I remember about it, you got to be a little careful on hills with these tricycle front tractors.
They are. You have to watch what you're doing with them. They're not impossible to use on hills, but you have to be mindful of what you're doing and not cut the wheel too sharp when you're on a hill, because they will come up on you and possibly over.
Oliver had many firsts. Tell us where they were built and what killed them.
Oliver was built in Charles City, Iowa. They merged with Hart-Parr Corporation back in, I believe it was 32, 34, somewhere around there. And then Hart-Parr faded away in 37, 38. It became all Oliver. And it was Oliver all the way up from 38 into the late 60s when they got into financial trouble. And it was a mismanagement deal, in my opinion, from what I've read. It looked like that it was mismanagement of the executives and the stuff you hear about today, like the huge bonuses and the pay raises and this, that, and the other. And then the recession hit, the farm recession, and then they weren't selling tractors and they couldn't pay back the debt, and White Motor Company ended up buying them.
And then AGCO bought White, and AGCO part of the Alice Chalmers, and that all got merged together. There was a point I believe it was in the early 90s or late 80s where White actually made a tractor Oliver Green.
They did. Those were the, what were those?
American?
American, yeah. They made a green one. They made a yellow one, which was for Minneapolis Moline, and they made a silver one for White.
And a red one for Cockshut, which was a Canadian company, and all of those companies merged together and ended up under AGCO, and they're all gone today. Was there a point in time where if Oliver had played their cards right, they might be one of the big players today?
Well, there is, and actually John Deere does a fine job of marketing, in my opinion, and that's why they're still around. And the new generation series of tractors that they came out in 60, whatever, the 2010, 3010, 4010 series, if they'd have waited one more year to bring that out, there would not be a John Deere tractor today. That's how close they were to everybody being tired of the old two-cylinder lumbering along. Nobody wanted that anymore. And you can hear one coming up now, just irritating. But
yeah. It's going to go right by us. You know, a lot of history there, and I like going back and looking at it. And honestly, if a person's on a budget and you like tinkering with your own stuff, there is a place for a gas tractor. My experience, the reason I'm kind of down on them, is our dealership experience, trying to trade for them and sell them, and parts are getting kind of expensive on some of them. You've got to be a little bit of a guy that's not afraid to go in a salvage yard once in a while and know what you're looking for to keep these old tractors running.
That is true, but most of the stuff for them, you can go right down to O'Reilly's or AutoZone and pick up just about anything you need.
All righty, Sean, thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
I survive on web traffic. I'd be honored if you subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page and share this video with other tractor enthusiasts. And if you got questions or comments, put them below. We'll try to answer them. Thanks for watching.